Shortly, we'll all be entering the hustle and bustle of the holiday season, if you're not already in it right now. And right after that, the celebration of the new year. It's a time when we finally have the opportunity to slow down. Well, it's almost like we're mandated because our employees, our staff want time off. We typically shut down the business or the practice for a period of days, at least before and after Christmas, maybe for the entire week. And maybe we get together and we go somewhere with our family. We get together with other family members and people we haven't seen in a long time. And there's Christmas parties, and it's a time of joy and celebration, as it should be. And yet it's only for a short period of time. And then January 2nd, 3rd, 4th hits, and it's back to the same old grind, isn't it? Starting this January, I will be hosting a small group, a private 4-week online course to learn the basics of real estate and alternative investing and how to protect your capital during times of extreme market volatility. I'll also be digging into each participant's personal situation to clarify the next steps for their financial freedom and security. If you want to catalyze your investment opportunities and your pursuit of financial freedom in 2025, then join my exclusive Catalyst group by going to freedomfounders.com/catalyst group. That's freedomfounders.com/catalyst group. I look forward to seeing you there. And I'm not trying to create disappointment for you right now going into the holiday season. What I want you to think about instead is, why go back to the old way again in the first of the new year and only have to dream about another year going by and missing out on the opportunities and the memories and the time that you really enjoy when you take that time to spend with your family, when it's almost mandated on us because of certain holidays and vacation time and again, the holiday season. I had a wake-up call some 20 years ago. I actually had several wake-up calls, but I didn't really listen to the wake-up call until the third round. My daughter went through some major health crises in her life, and at age 12, she had a liver transplant. And that was a time when I had to think about, what am I doing? While she was in the hospital and she was recovering, well, I was kind of forced to be there, at least as much as I could. I still had to go back and forth from the practice. I'm still strung between needing to make money and have financial stability for my family, but I wanted to be with my daughter too. Which is more important? See, the same things you're going to feel at the holiday season. You're going to love being with your family, the time, that special time, those moments you get to create, taking the pictures and the videos and whatever you do during that time. But you don't want to just have those on film or on discs. You want to be able to live those on a regular basis and not feel guilty about taking time off during the year to actually be at their soccer games or recitals or have date nights with your spouse, or just take a 3-day or 4-day weekend trip and just go somewhere. Take your kids out of school, whatever you're doing, and just go. We just feel like we can't do that. Why? Because the guilt. I can't do that because I need to be making money. That's the same way I thought. But my daughter's situation forced me to rethink everything. And that's where I came up with the freedom number and how to create multiple streams of income outside of our plan A, which is our business, to create the optionality, the choice, and the freedom that I needed in my life. I could have gone back to dentistry. That was a great profession, but I didn't have to, and I chose not to because I didn't have to. When you get to live your life because you're doing what you want to do, the way you want to do it with other people, and I'm not talking about just leisure. I'm talking about actually being productive and serving. You can make those shifts in your life. You're not dedicated to have to do one thing for 40 years, but you've got to be intentional about making those decisions. This is what I get to do with our Freedom Founders members, our Blueprint Weekends, where we focus on their specific assets that they have in their life and just reshuffling the pieces of the puzzle to make them into the vision they want, to get them to that freedom way sooner than they ever thought possible. If you're sitting on that edge right now about wondering, how could you do this? Is it even possible? I'm telling you it is. But you need direction, you need permission, you need a blueprint, you need a plan. I've got a new book coming out at the end of this year, Scaling Time versus Wealth. It goes against all of the paradigms of work, and accumulate money on Wall Street, because that's not a path to freedom, at least not anytime soon. A free copy of that book can be yours. We'll have the publishing date out soon. I just ask you to get a copy of it and read it. And particularly this season right now where you're spending time with your family, read it and think about what it might mean to you to have that freedom sooner, not later. The new year's coming. It's a time to make new choices, new decisions. I hope you'll be along for the ride.